Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Imam Azambi Assalam. Now we go through a business overview. Our business name is Chut Cafe. Type of business is sole proprietorship. Owner or operator is Muhammad Aifah Aiman bin Abu Bakar. Key focus of our business is product costing and cost allocation for each main item. Company background: we start operation date 15 October 2024. Location is No 12 Jalan Pusat Perniagaan 27600 Road, Pahang. Our target audience is local resident and university student. Workforce 5 dedicated full-time employees. Now we go through menu specialization and operation. Our signature product is buttercream latte and freshly baked garlic cheese bread. We start open 10 AM to 10 PM daily, but we close on public holiday. If you want to pre-order and delivery, just search official website is www.chutcafe.com. Our tagline is "Be careful, I will bite you." Core business objectives is to capture a share of the booming cafe culture market. Second, to achieve financial stability using high margin premium product. And lastly, to provide a high quality social space for the local community.
Okay, for the next one, I will explain our assignment protocol. My name is Syami Syabuddin bin Zulkifli. Okay, first, in week 11, our group held a meeting to discuss the assignment and selected Chut Cafe as our business. In week 10, we created a self-simulation business and started collecting the necessary information. During week 12 and 13, we analyzed the interview and business data to prepare the costing analysis. After that, we drafted the assignment report and discussed it with our lecturer during the consultation session in week 13. Finally, in week 14, we completed the report and presented our findings. This protocol helped our group complete the assignment in an organized and systematic way.
So, let's move on to the next part. My name is Muhammad Hafiz Aiman bin Abu Bakar. I will presenting the job cost cut for our buttercream latte production run based on a total volume of 500 units. Let's break down the cost, overheads, and our final pricing structure. First, let's look at our direct costs, which directly contribute to making the drink. This gives us our prime cost. We have our core ingredients, espresso beans and fresh milk at 900 ringgit, alongside our homemade buttercream topping mix at 350 ringgit. Direct labor, barista wages for brewing and mixing comes up to 300 ringgit. Direct expenses, packaging item like our custom logo cups, lids, and straw account for 200 ringgit. Bringing this together, our total prime cost for this 500 units sits at 1,750 ringgit. Next, we factor in our manufacturing and production overhead, which keep the coffee bar running. So, indirect materials and labor. These include 100 ringgit for water filtration and machine cleaners, and 300 ringgit covering floor cleaners and a share of the supervisor's salary. Indirect expenses, kitchen utilities, specifically electricity and water bills, at another 500 ringgit. When we add this production overhead to our prime cost, our total manufacturing and production costs become to 2,650 ringgit. To find our bottom line, we must include our operating expenses outside of production, non-manufacturing overhead, shop rental, Wi-Fi, and marketing costs account for 800 ringgit. Combining everything together, the total cost to produce and support these 500 units of buttercream latte is 3,450 ringgit. Finally, let's look at our revenue and profitability. The total selling price for this 500 units batch is set at 6,500 ringgit, which breaks down to 30 ringgit per latte. After subtracting our total cost, this yields a healthy total profit of 3,050 ringgit for this run. Moving on to our next key menu item, let's look at the job cost cut for our garlic cheese bread. Just like the previous analysis, this data is calculated based on the full production run of 500 units. Garlic cheese bread is an incredibly popular side item, but because it relies heavily on premium dairy ingredients, keeping a close eye on its cost structure is essential. Let's break down exactly where the money goes. We will begin with our direct costs, which is represent the immediate expenses of preparing the food. Direct materials, our foundation, the bread buns and flour dough accounts for 500. However, our biggest individual cost driver here is the mozzarella cheese and garlic butter spread, which come out to 1,200 ringgit for this batch. Direct labor, this covers the wages for our bakers and core kitchen crew, sitting at 400 ringgit. Direct expenses, for serving we include our pastry boxes and grease-proof wrapping paper, which add 150 ringgit. Adding this up give us a prime cost of 2,150 ringgit. This reflects the baseline raw cost of just getting the ingredient baked and boxed up. Next, we have to look at the manufacturing and production overheads required to keep the kitchen running smoothly during the baking process. Indirect materials, we allocate 150 ringgit for baking sheet, roll waste and sanitizers. The indirect labor, we account for 400 ringgit as a share portion of our kitchen dishwasher's salary. Indirect expenses, because baking requires substantial energy, our high power baking oven, electricity and gas utilities add a significant 750 ringgit to the cost. When we take these kitchen overheads and add them to our initial prime cost, our total manufacturing and production cost rises to 3,450 ringgit. Finally, we bring in our non-manufacturing overheads. These include shop rental, our post-system maintenance, and business insurance, which total 1,000 ringgit for this run. This brings the grand total cost for producing 500 units of garlic cheese bread to 4,450 ringgit. Now, let's look at the financial return. We have established a total selling price of 7,500 ringgit for this batch, which means each individual unit is priced at 50 ringgit.
My name is Muhammad Amarada bin Muhammad Ghazi. Now I would like to present the recommendations for the Chut Cafe. Based on our analysis, there are 4 recommendations that can help improve the cafe performance and increase the profit. First, the cafe should reduce material costs. One way to do this is buying raw material in bulk and managing the inventory properly. Buying in bulk can help the cafe get lower price from supplier. At the same time, good inventory management can reduce waste and prevent food from spoiling. As a result, the cafe can lower its production costs and increase its profit. Second, the cafe should reduce its operating costs. The cafe can save electricity and water by using equipment efficient. It is also important to maintain the equipment regularly. Proper maintenance can prevent damage and reduce repair costs. This helps the cafe save money and operate more efficiently. Third, the cafe should improve employee performance by providing training. Training helps employees improve their knowledge and skills. They can complete their work more efficiently, make fewer mistakes, and provide better customer service. When customers receive good service, they are more satisfied and more likely to return to the Chut Cafe. Finally, the cafe should improve its marketing and promotion. Promotion to attract more customers. Effective marketing helps increase customer awareness and encourage people to visit the cafe. When customers visit the cafe, sales and revenue will increase. This also helps the cafe compete with other businesses in the food and beverage industry. In conclusion, this recommendation can help the cafe reduce costs, improve employee performance, attract more customers, and increase profit. By applying these strategies, the cafe can achieve better businesses performance in the future. Thank you.
For my reflection is, through the costing analysis, I gain a better understanding of how operational factors affect business sustainability. I learned the importance of proper documentation, cost planning, and organizing production data. This project also showed me that even small changes in production level can significantly impact cost and profit margin.
So, this is my reflection. Analyzing the cost structure of Chut Cafe gave me the opportunity to experience firsthand the back and finance aspects of the service and food industry. The fact that I was tasked to analyze and the cost of each individual product, the raw materials used, as well as the overheads, made me understand how important it is to be accurate in determining the market value of a particular product. The importance of cost control and the knowledge of distinguishing direct costs from indirect overheads, it is very important for profitability.
For my reflection part, through this project, I learned how management and accounting are used in real business. I understood the difference between fixed and variable costs. I also learned that when production decreases, the cost per unit increase, and this can reduce profit. This project improved my teamwork, communication, and attention to detail because every department plays an important role.
Based on my reflection, this assignment helped me appreciate the importance of strategic pricing and planning. The task of being part of the calculation of the final selling price and the markup margin for both products made me realize that there should be a delicate balancing of operation and competition consideration when pricing. Working in collaboration with the group members to ensure we put together an accurate and coherent final report has sharpened my problem-solving skill. So for conclusion, this assignment helped us understand the importance of product costing in a business. Through our analysis of Chut Cafe, we learned how direct materials, labor, and overhead costs affect the selling price and profit. We also found that good cost control, proper planning, and effective pricing strategies are important for business success. Overall, this project improved our knowledge of cost accounting and strengthens our teamwork and communication skills.